a little different than I expected. So hopefully you guys will join me. Hopefully this works out where I can read your chats. This is the first time I had to do it this way. I just got home from seeing my mom. So bear with me. I just got back from the hospital. She's doing good. I got locked out of my Google account because I'm in the middle of nowhere right now at my mom's. Some reason I had a notification that I don't know, there might be some malware or something like that. So I had to verify by my phone number. And of course, being in the middle of nowhere, my notification didn't come through. So I did a couple attempts hoping it would stimulate the Wi-Fi connection, and had to drive out of the area and been in my car trying to get this to connect. So hopefully I'll be able to see you guys with your, I think I can see chat. So I logged in a little bit earlier, but we're going to talk about narcissism, a couple different things. I had it set up so hopefully people forget I need to wear my glasses. There's Nathan. Good. I was just explaining all the crazy stuff I went through trying to log in today. I'm logged out of my computer. So I don't know. That's cool that I can see notifications. So we'll have a good chat tonight. And it said I can try again in a couple hours. Then yes, Nathan, your girl. Good to see you. Kind of a crazy thing. I had to drive. I'm in the middle of nowhere, so I couldn't get my notification to verify my account. So it was like last minute. I kind of didn't quite have a chance to get ready. Just took my coat off. And yes, you are the first. You're the first, but are you the last? Just teasing. So how was your day, Nathan? We should have a couple people joining. Hopefully they'll get that notification. I couldn't access the live that I set up. So, and the last, of course. So you had a great day. That's excellent because each day does get better. We have good days, bad days, and I've been doing so much research on just the different mental things we go through, the way that we communicate with people makes such a difference, and it tells so much about ourselves. I did a video on egoism. She's doing good. We were able to take a walk. She gets kind of short of breath. She had some blood clots in her lungs. So she went like halfway around the little nurse's station, I guess, and took a break and then got up and did it again. She's kind of depressed because she knows how weak she is. So I decided to stay longer. I told you guys I canceled my trip to Florida, but that's what love is. You know, they were really there. Both my parents, my father's passed, but you know, they deserve so much. And you know, they were really there for me. And that's what love is, you know. She doesn't expect me to come, but she's so appreciative. I try to be a good daughter because, like I said, you guys know I'm a burn victim. I've had surgery like 7 different times. I've had stitches so many different times, very accident prone, and they were always there for me. I was kind of not the easiest child, but always there for me. They helped me through the custody battle, no matter what it was, you know. So they've gotten me out of some really tight predicaments. But I did this video on egoism. What is an egoist? It's kind of the opposite of a narcissist. And this one lady, I woke up this morning and she was, I think it's a she. Their name is unisex, so it could be a guy. But they came at me like basically pissed off. And I get it. Like, we're so tired of this clickbait, and it causes stress in our lives. All these stupid things on Facebook, you go through slide by slide, you never get your story. And so I don't know if she thought it was clickbait. It was about obsessive compulsive disorder and also narcissism. And yeah, so she was, or he was pissed at me. You could tell, kind of gave me a reaming. So I remade it. I responded to them and I was like, thank you for bringing that to my attention. It was not clickbait. It was not intentionally done. So I was able to correct the title, which really makes a difference because I do want to provide the correct product to you guys. And I did the video. A lot of people don't know what egoism is, but the way that we handled that situation, she came back, or he, and was very like apologetic, even said they were kind of embarrassed about it, and expressed, this is what I deal with. This is, I'm kind of soft spoken until I'm not. And it was healthy. It was healthy. Like, I could tell that people get frustrated because there's so much bullshit out there. I handled it the way they needed me to handle it. And they responded, like, where they believed it, and that's the thing too, is that they didn't believe what I was saying. That makes a difference too. So we were able to have a healthy conversation. And let's see. I gotta, all this is, there we go. Okay. So, uh, but yeah, that video is kind of the opposite of what narcissism is, because we give so much of ourselves that we forget about who we are. A lot of us could be egoists, and I have some of those traits. Also, where does that come from? Why do we give so much? We're raised to give, but sometimes we give too much. And we got to stop and think, like, are we getting our needs met? Because that is, in a sense, a sign of low self-esteem, because we give and give. And also procrastination. Procrastination is a response to stress, where you're not dealing with the stress. You're putting things off. And there's not necessarily things wrong with procrastinating, because sometimes we need to. But if it becomes a habit, we got to think about, you missed my conversation today. No, you didn't. You might have missed my video. This is my first conversation of the day. So sorry, I'm in just the middle of nowhere. But I did make a post for a conversation. It was supposed to be at 9:30, and I can't access it on my phone. But luckily, with technology, I can still see you guys with your messages. And oh, you did. Oh, yeah, you missed one. You're in trouble. Don't miss them again. But that's okay. I try to have them every night. I'm really going to try to do that for you guys. But I know you guys can't always log in. And it's great having you, Nathan, because we had a guy last night who was very thankful. Oh, that's my phone shining in my glasses. I don't know if I can get rid of that. But he was very thankful that there were some guys in the chat, because a lot of guys have a hard time with people believing them, because they're taught to be strong. They shouldn't be wimps against girls, things like that. And yes, you did tell me. And you know what? You've really come through for me. You've been a great support. Definitely appreciated. And I look forward to seeing you guys. So, and yeah, Nathan, I'm sure you can attest to the fact that, sometimes you might not know who to talk to, how to talk to people. And, we all in this world just want to be liked and loved. We want to be understood. And I also saw Jordan Peterson. I kind of like him. I don't know if you guys have seen him, if you guys like him, but he had mentioned, something about marriage, where kind of like, now you guys are stuck. You're going to stick it out through thick or thin, but you're stuck with each other. And that's where sometimes lies start, because you can't just run from the situation. You're stuck. And sometimes people hide things because they don't really want the other person to truly assess the reality of the situation. And, with the way the divorce rate is, it's really interesting on how people end up with who they end up with, the success, the failure rates, how that really even goes back to their childhood, but also their parents, because there's statistics on, if your parents got divorced and remarried, you have a higher chance of divorce. And you would think they overcame everything, they came back together, but a lot of times too, it's like, hey, it's the way the mind works, and also the push-pull. I've done a lot of studying on, we really should just invest as much as people invest in us. Otherwise, it's going to start to be toxic. It's going to get off kilter. And there's Mahogany. Thank you guys. Sorry, I had to go from my phone for this video, but it's working out. This is kind of easier than wearing headphones. Hopefully the sound is good. I'm not sure what the sound is like for you guys, but I got locked out of my account for a couple hours, and I was like, oh, I can't fix this in a couple minutes. I even tried driving out of the area to get that Google verification code, just didn't work. So the life of the rurals. And Nathan says, oh, what's up, Mahogany? And Nathan, you listen to narcissism videos all day. So what are some key points that you found? I'm sure they were all on my channel, right, Nate? But Mahogany, I'm doing good. And Nathan says he's great. Mahogany, tell me about your day. How was your day? Did you have a good day? Because sometimes we have good days, we have bad days. Thank you for those likes. That helps with my algorithm. The channel's growing. I love that because we're going to have a convention somewhere exciting. It might be a year from now. Mahogany says back, hey Nathan, back, and hopefully people will still join us today because it was last minute for that post. But I hope they'll see it. I logged in a little early for you guys. You listened to all of mine. Well, great. You learned everything. Of course, I cover everything in my videos, and sometimes searching for the answers really helps us because once we understand what went wrong, we can kind of take some of that blame off of ourselves because a lot of times we are blaming ourselves. We feel like, we did everything wrong when in reality, we did so many things correct. And a long time ago. Yeah, you've been there on the channel for about a year now. So that's fantastic. I celebrated my 1-year anniversary with YouTube about a month ago, maybe even just 3 weeks ago. Mahogany says, I had a good day today. Awesome. Cooked some shrimp, fried rice, and orange chicken. Delicious. I'm at my mom's, so I'm like, frozen lasagna is what I had. But Mahogany, that sounds amazing. Nathan says, I'm good. Back to Mahogany. And that's another thing too with Jordan Peterson. I really like him. I know Nathan and I are coming over. He's like, can I have a plate? I want to. So that's one thing. Yeah, when we get depressed or things like that, we still got to pamper ourselves and make delicious meals like that. Little things really make a difference when we kind of take time for ourselves. I really believe in that. But Jordan Peterson was even saying that, and I've said it too, where, clean your house, clean your room, do your dishes, take your shower, put on something other than sweats, even though I'm wearing my school sweatshirt. But it's winter. In the winter, you're allowed. There's Brenda. Good to see you, Brenda. Thank you for joining us. Sorry I had to join from my phone. But yeah, computer issues. Google locked me out. There's some malware or something like that. I don't know. I have no idea why, but I came home from visiting my mom at the hospital. All of a sudden, I was like, I don't have time to fix this because it locked me out for a couple hours. John says, hey, Cynthia. Hey, everyone. I just made dinner and early tonight changed your kitchen around. We were just talking about that, how keeping your area clean. It really starts getting you in a forward motion. So, John, you even took the extra step on that. That's fantastic. Brenda saying hi to everyone. John says, hey, what'd you make for dinner? Mahogany made a fantastic dinner. And it keeps fading out. You're going to have to bear with me as I learn this new phone thing. Yeah, John, what'd you make for dinner? Nathan says, what's up, Brenda? Mahogany, I love your channel. You can be yourself here. Feels like home and love. We're really lucky. We love having you here too. Definitely be yourself. It's totally non-judgmental here. And that's what's so nice is because we've all been through some crap that not a lot of people understand. And here we're surrounded by people who can truly empathize because sympathy is when you can kind of see what's going on, but when you can truly empathize, that's when true caring comes through. And we can definitely empathize. That's way more than just sympathy. Nathan says, my buddy John. John saying, what's up? High five. Brenda, just kicking back with the puppies. Awesome. Manicotti. Oh my gosh, yeah, I had lasagna today. Nathan had KFC. This is going to be fantastic. We're going to have a big old bring your own food potluck and share with all of us. And Lily just joined. Hey, Lisa. Lily says hi to all. 2023 will be great. Oh, I remember the topic. I couldn't log in to see what the topic is. I'm going to give you guys proof of how the narcissist can't change. So we'll talk about that. Remind me if I forget. Let me say hi to everybody. Oh, I got a text message too. Let me send my sister. We're talking about mom. But KFC. What do you guys like better, original or crispy? I like original. Go original. I love chicken. That's one of my favorites. Stay tuned, LOL. Exactly. So yeah, there is lots of love here and lots of food too. My goodness. Bring me a Diet Coke, though, because I want to eat the food and kind of cut calories with the, with the drinks. Original. Excellent, Brenda. Anybody else in the original team? I think that's important that we get to know each other. But how to tell if the narcissist is really able to change, capable of change. So with this new year coming up, there's a lot of New Year's resolutions. So think of one thing that you would like to change, something important to you, whether keeping your house clean, making your bed every day, losing weight if you need to gain weight, or you want to lose 2 inches off your waist, whatever it is. Okay, so think about that right now. Nathan says they can't change. So let's say we have something, I visit my mom every weekend, things like that, certain things that we're going to change, commit to, and go. A lot of people only make it 3 weeks. And that's something that they're passionate about, something they want to change for themselves to do better, or they're going to get a new job, or always, for me, whatever. I'm always going to wear a dress. I'm going to wear a dress from now on. I'm going to be a lady. It's on average, those things only last like 3 weeks. It takes 28 to 30 days to change something into a habit. So the narcissist would pretty much only change for us. They usually don't want to change for themselves. And if we struggle with things that are important to us to change, some of you might have tried not swearing anymore, little things like that. How successful is it? It might last for a year, might last for 5 years, but then we just tend to go back to what, is easier or more comfortable. Eventually, if I committed to seeing my mom, something might come up. I might have a new boyfriend, want to spend time with him, so that's going to take away from that commitment. Or, you get tired of dieting, or now you're out of town, so you give up on that diet for a while, you gain the weight. And that's kind of what's going to happen with the narcissist is they tried it and it didn't work. And like I said, these New Year's resolutions worldwide last like 3 weeks. So imagine changing your whole personality, not just waking up and curling your hair every day, but changing everything about you, being scared of the outcome of it. They're just going to go back. I'm doing okay. So thank you for that. Mom's doing pretty good too, stronger every day. And John is saying that is right, Nathan. They can't change. And like I said, if they do, it's temporary. It's just too temporary. And Lily says, yes, original and the coleslaw. They do have good coleslaw and mashed potatoes. I used to grow up on mashed potatoes. I think it was $1.75 for lunch when I was in high school. And so I either got $1.75 or $2. I can't remember, but it was 60 cents for mashed potatoes. So that's what I had. I just had this big old cup of mashed potatoes and gravy. Save the rest so I could buy candy at the end of the week. Brenda says, stay away from codependence. Keep myself from being codependent. That's kind of what the video about egoists and egoism was kind of about. It's a little deeper than codependent. But yeah, it's not good when we become dependent on them. We lose ourselves. And Nathan, you hope Sam is okay and not me. Is that what you're saying, Nathan? So Nathan says, do all narcissists go through the same cycles? The cycle of idealization, and then the love bombing, devaluation, and discard. It depends. Like if it just works for them and it's not that important, like the person at the gas station, they're just going to say hi. They're not going to love bomb them. So there are certain people. But if you're talking in love interest, let me get you to tell me what you're talking about first before I go on, Nathan, because I'd like to answer that fully. John says, have fun with my pets. Start testing the machines you invented. I can't wait to hear about those. And that's the thing. We got to test those, make sure they work. Lily says, I want to be more consistent going to the gym like I used to and not feeling anxiety in traffic sometimes. And that's mind over matter. I get it too. Yeah, I feel like I'm speeding now when I'm not. When before I was like, what, 90 miles an hour? Now I'm like 60. So I get it. Nathan says, I hope Sam's okay. Yeah, she hasn't joined us yet. Yeah, so definitely it's a little late. She's got the kids. I was hoping to be on by 9, but I had to be with my mom. So hopefully she still has a chance. 9:30 might be late for her to log on. So hopefully she'll check in with us. She'll probably be on tomorrow. I'll try to do earlier tomorrow. So I know, me too. John says, can I have the leftovers, Cynthia? I'll send Hammy out there to pick it up and give her a good trip. Can she carry it? So as far as a relationship, yeah. As far as a relationship, they're going to want to secure it because they do have an interest in it. You know, they do want to be with someone. And we're going to talk about relationship instead of like a booty call. Booty calls, they might schmooze a little bit, but as far as a relationship, they are going to love bomb because they're caught up in it. It does feel good to give gifts, and sometimes too they get it back, and it also seals the deal. It's a distraction, and they're trying to show their worth through gifts, and so it's kind of like the feel good stage. Both people are feeling good, feeding off each other's energies. The narcissist kind of gives it back. It's like a ping pong. So it's healthy at that time. You're both enjoying it. We think that they're getting to know us out of love. But like I keep telling you with my second narcissist, he's like, I don't love like that. I don't love like other people. And even when, we were all hot and heavy and had a great time, but he was with someone else and decides to marry her. And I'm like, do you feel what we feel when you're with her? He's like, oh, I never thought of that. So it's not about feeling. It's not, and it's about the supply. He was like the hero to her, and just she had a larger circle of friends, and you know, they do start to devalue. They definitely will because just like we start feeling it's off. We start feeling it's off, and we start to want to get things back to what they were. And we see it's achievable. Let's just spend time together. Let's talk a little bit more. But it's like, think of it as almost like a car enthusiast, where everything has to be perfect. They want a top line car. So they get this car and it's amazing. And cars depreciate over time. They just do because there's always a new model coming out. And, the person they're with is going to get older. They're going to get a little bit more either comfortable because, you should be comfortable in your relationship. And think of the car having a little ding on it. Now it has a scratch on it, and that's normal wear and tear. There's going to be normal wear and tear on relationships, whether you have to deal with the stress of someone's parent, or you have to deal with the stress of a loss of job, or the kids moving out, or whatever the stress is. Those are all little dings and nicks, as an analogy in a car. And over time, somebody who really wants the perfect car, they're going to be so pissed off at that car. And narcissists see things as objects, and it's weird how they look at it, but they could stay with it. They could stay with a car that's depreciating. It still serves a purpose, gets them to work, just like the new supply is gonna, provide sex, provide comfort, whatever it is that they want. But it's going to be like that person who loves cars, like this stupid piece of shit. Fucking hate this car. And it turns into something like that, where it's like, there's really nothing wrong with the car. It's just not brand new anymore. And it's interesting how their mind works. Nathan says, you believe he's a narcissist too. He's very controlling. And yeah, and yeah, Nathan says she cheated on him with me, and that's the thing. Like they flip flop. I don't want you. They go on, move with the new supply, and then they're back at our doorsteps. So you just had that fairly recently. You believe he's a narcissist. Also, he's very controlling, And yeah, that probably won't last too long. They can stay together though and live through misery and just stick it out. So thank you, John. Yeah, that's basically the best way to put it, John. Um, but some of us are like, will they move out and or get divorced or break up and come back to us? But it's that cycle's going to repeat with us too if they come back and start over with us. And a lot of times that cycle is quickened when they come back. So Lily says, I asked ex-narc if he was happy with his new girlfriend to amuse myself of what he'd say. And he said, she leaves me alone. So that's so sad, but that's him. And yeah, uh, yep. I just want to be left alone when I want to have sex or have you cook me a meal, and it's all just to serve their purpose. It could work for them. I want to hang out with my buddies. I just want somebody to sleep with at night, whether it's sex or cuddles, but um, it's not. He couldn't say he's happy either. He didn't say he loved her. It's very interesting, Lily. You continue saying he's the kind that is neurotic and always busy to the point of really neurotic. Once I despised him, it was good he was gone a lot. And that's the thing is sometimes being a workaholic is to it's like a distraction. That's why all these self-aware narcissists, like right now I'm single and I spend quite a bit of time with YouTube. It might not seem like it to you guys, like what's 2-3 hours. Just like I said, it took me a half hour trying to log in and the setup last night and trying to think of content and responding to people. Like it's a full-time job. So these self-aware are not focusing on their family. They're delving into the YouTube. They have their day jobs and then they have YouTube. It's, for one thing, an ego stroke, but it's also a distraction. They don't have to um, focus on themselves or on the wife or whatever it is. And when people start becoming workaholics, it's usually deeper than that. Either they have an intense need for money to show that they have some status, some worth according to society. But yeah, you're right. Sometimes we're like, whew, I'm glad. I was never glad they were gone. But uh, yeah, mine was gone too much too, though. So we missed out on that connection. Samantha, we were just talking, wanted to see how you're doing. I was saying it might be too late, but I'm so glad you're here. I'm on the phone today because the computer locked me out, but thank you. Chasing their tails, says Lily. Sam, good to see you. Let us know how you're doing today. Lily says, yeah, he's pathetic. And um, they'll go for the distraction. So if you notice with those self-aware, they're going for the distraction of YouTube. It keeps them busy. It's a perfect excuse, it's like they're making money. I'm not really making money yet, but yeah, I have almost 2,000 subscribers. I've made $74, and you can't cash out till you make 100. So give me those likes, so it helps with the analytics. But yeah, they're way up there. They're doing counseling things and things like that. So at this point for them, it's making money. But there's the excuse: it's making us money, and that's fine. But I told you about my aunt. My uncle won the Nobel Prize. They're millionaires, like multi-millionaires, and she's tried committing suicide several times. She's depressed. She just wants her husband, and he's a workaholic. And he's already got the stuff he needs. He's already got several published books, the Nobel Prize, and always seeking more. And she kind of follows suit where she's a published, world-renowned author for psychology, but she's so depressed, even though she knows all the ins and out tricks and traits of uh, healthy mental stability things. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you for those likes. I appreciate that. But it lets you know that sometimes, unless there's a change in the situation, like she's lonely, and she's asked him to work on the marriage, and he's a kind person, my father, a very kind person. My father was a workaholic. It kind of caused problems between my parents. But they see it too in their perspective that they're providing for the family. Also the way they were raised. They were raised to be achievers, kind-hearted, and they are kind-hearted, but sometimes kindness doesn't fulfill a need, if that makes any sense. So they never say they love you. It's always, I have feelings for you. A lot of times that is. Mine have said it, but they kind of dwindle off after that. When you're in the discard or devaluation stage, it changes from I love you to I have feelings for you or I have a love for you. It's interesting how that goes, Nathan. Did she ever say one time, I love you? Because definitely in the end, they will change it. They will definitely change it. John says, I managed to find some sound effects from the $6 Million Man TV show from the 70s. Yes, I used to watch that. You recorded them. That show is what originally inspired me to do what I do now. And that's the thing, little things in our lives really can affect us, can guide us. Lily says, Sam's here. Hey, Sam from John. Nathan says, Sam, good to hear from you. Yeah, we were all concerned about you. And yes, thank you for the plenty of likes. I appreciate it. It really does help with the algorithm. Samantha says, Lee, John, Cynthia, Nathan. Hey, JG, I'm not naughty. I'm just wearing white socks now. No Christmas socks today. Horseman joined us. Awesome. So good to see everybody. We got the gang. Most of us are here. I love that. And hi, everyone. Good evening from Horseman. And yes, Nathan was definitely asking about you. Mahogany says hi. And yes, JG, I just said I'm wearing white socks, but not Christmas socks. And John says, you're too funny, JG. Lily's laughing. And Sam says, yes, I just got a chance to come online. Glad to see you, Nathan. Glad to see you all. And she did, but lied. Yeah, that's the thing. She said, I love you. And yeah, it's kind of like, did you? You know, because I just don't understand. You know, it feels like they love us and instantly they're gone without regret. Like sometimes things break up, but it's a day by day thing with them. And JG's wearing socks, boxers, and trousers. You forgot to add trousers. I'll add that in for you. Nathan says, inflation, it's 24 million. And are you talking about my $74 is worth 24 million? Nathan says, what's up, horse? And Horseman says, hey, hi, Wheeler, how are you? Oh, Nathan asked, do you ride horses? Yeah, how'd we get the name Horseman? Yes, Stallion. How'd you get that name? John says the weather here got milder, so I got out to get some exercise. Yeah, it's pretty nice here too. It was safe driving and time to enjoy it. If you can go out, take a walk, even just that fresh air, even if it's not super sunny, it's good to get out there. You're still going to get a little bit of vitamin D from that sun. If you don't get enough, oh, hold on. This is kind of important. Something about I think my mom said she's going to bust my mom out of the hospital because they're not taking care of her. So I just said I can. I just told my sister I would stay here. I think my sister's going to get my mom. So sorry about that. I got a lot going on with my mom. Pretty concerned about her. They're not taking the right kind of care for her. The weather here got so mild. No bionic man. Horseman says, no, my dad put me on a horse years ago and I had to hold on for dear life as it ran off with me. Ooh, sadly, the name stuck. Oh, goodness, that must have been horrifying. I fell off a horse, but I couldn't imagine. Oh, years ago. How old were you, Horseman? That's kind of scary. Cool nickname, though. Sam says hi to Horseman, Mahogany, and hey, Sam from Horseman. We can rebuild ourselves. Yes, we can. It's definitely important to do. Let me see if I can. I don't want to done that. Okay. You guys still there? Sorry about that. So, yeah, they're busting my mom out of the hospital. And so it's going to cost quite a bit of money, but yes, my teeth are natural. I had braces though. And I try not to, when I had braces, I had clear braces. And so I would never drink anything with color like colas. and also didn't eat spaghetti or pizza or things like that. Don't like grape juice, things like that, because it would stain the rubber bands. So I try to keep my teeth white. Like I said, I'm staying at my mom's, so I did have whatchamacallit. I did have lasagna, so I will eat it sometimes, but I brush my teeth right after. So uh, warmer there in Florida. We're in the 40s and now 60 to 70. Oh, man, I'm having problems. I'm trying to send a message to my sister. She's this. Can I ask you guys something? Is the connection stable? Because, like I said, I couldn't connect through my computer that has the Ethernet cord, and it's not sending the message to my sister. So I don't know how strong this connection is. But thank you guys. I thought about being a dentist, but that's too gross for me. I decided to do nursing school, and coffee stains teeth a bit, but it's so good. I feel you, girl. And I used to do that too when I had the braces because um, that stained like instantly. So I would have, I'd go out and I'd have hot water with sweet and low. That's actually really pretty good. Hot water tastes sweet to me. So, but now I'm a little more relaxed on it. So, um, not really. What was the not really? I'm not sure what the not really is referred to. Stable her, Cynthia. Yeah, we gotta. She's her main thing right now is uh her. We gotta make sure with her diabetes, her potassium. She just gets out of breath, so she can make it to the bathroom and back, but she can't get to the kitchen. And I'll show you guys kind of where she's going from. Like we got, where is it? There, and then she goes down this hall and then into a bedroom. What's kind of crazy, I don't know if you can see it, but this is what's sad is she's from here. There's a bathroom right there, but she doesn't go into that one. It's a lot closer, so she takes a long way around. But the kitchen from here's her couch. Kitchen's way over there. And to make it back, she just has a hard time. Is my dog called Precious? Is the next question from JG. Anyone guess the movie? My dog's name is Dixie. I'm not sure. JG asking about White Sox teeth. Yeah, my teeth. What is it? Does the carpet match the drapes? It's like my teeth. Do your teeth match your socks? Your end wasn't stable. Ugh. I'm locked out for a couple hours. Thank you. Always let the moderator know. So your end isn't stable. Nate, update me in a few minutes. Okay, so Lily says it's stable. Stable here is what you're saying. I thought John was saying to stabilize my mom. You're stable here. Does she live alone? My father passed away recently, so yeah, she lives alone. It's like a 6,000 square foot house. They have, I'll show you a little bit. Might as well, I can walk around, right? Here's a dollhouse my dad built. Isn't that fantastic? Look at the detail. But they put, this is like $7,000 for this little seat. We could do that. I could take a trip down the stairs on the thing, but yeah, they don't go down. Well, it's just my mom now, but she doesn't go downstairs. She's got that lift. So yeah, it's kind of a big house. Yeah. Am I a size 4? My shoe? Are you talking about my shoe? What are you talking about? I'm a size 6, and my size shoe is 8.5. Be nice. What are you talking about? My bra is like a 14-year-old. But you want to see a tour of the house? I didn't clean it. I think I tried drinking through a straw if I had to get coffee past the braces. Must keep the coffee exactly. And I'm a size 14. I'm wearing dumpy clothes though, if that's what you're talking about. I'll take a sexy picture eventually. I know it's not fair that I can't see you guys. And yeah, I'm wearing dumpy clothes today. Your daughter would go crazy over that dollhouse. It's fantastic. It's got working lights. It's all electrical. The front has like a wraparound porch and just the detail, each little slit in the shingles he did. And your job, well, I'll show you it real quick. Yeah, it's kind of, I'm not going to do a super tour for you guys because it's not really my house. There's like a bedroom. Oops, back in there. And where's the lights? This house is so crazy with the lights, but they got a really nice sunken bathtub. Oh, I got a water bathroom in here and bathroom over here. You guys really want to see what the house? Nice little bathroom back in here. And their room, I still say there because I miss my daddy. So I'm still going to say there. Bedroom, nice walk-in closet over there. You guys really want to see this? And then a nice bedroom. It's got, my grandfather passed away. It's full of all his stuff. But we'll walk through. They got, dad built that grandfather clock. My sister made that painting. I had a painting I did. They decorated for Christmas, so I'm not sure where it is. Here's a nice little big old wreath. Dad was always into wreaths. And there's Pup Pup. There's Dixie. So tell me if you guys don't want me to stop showing you the house. Am I still connected to you guys? Okay. So we got the kitchen. And Oma and Opa means grandma and grandpa. Here's, we got the coffee pot. We got the Keurig. And we got, you guys like mixed drinks, things like that. 2 microwaves, convection oven. This right in here, we never used it, but it's a built-in fireplace. What is it? A 3.5, 4-car garage back here. It's like a foyer. And then you go downstairs. Let me see what you guys are saying. You're moving in. Horseman, is this Clarice? Oh, Clarice. Is that from the movie that you're talking about? Was it Silence of the Lambs? So we're going downstairs. This is where I stay, and I didn't make the bed, so I'm busted. Yeah, it would be nice. So here's, can you see? Here's another bedroom. And then a nice big furnace room, which, like I said, my father passed. We're going through a bunch of stuff, but it's huge. Storage down in here, water softener, storage back there. Big old furnace. And then I'll show you my little classroom. My mom had a sewing business. So you got a closet over here. I need to turn lights off. Now that Daddy's up in heaven, he can see when I don't do that. But here's an extra bedroom, which I didn't make the bed, so I'm not showing you. A nice little bathroom down here. And we got tons of storage in here for all my mom's sewing stuff. And then this is a mess because it's the sewing area. Lots of sewing stuff. Got a big grand piano, actual ivory keys that I used to be forced to play. And then this is kind of cool. They have, and then I'm almost done. So hang in there, guys. Over here, just nice little bedroom. Got some storage for some fabric and all the machines she has. Let's see. This is the last part I'm going to take you guys to. Is the solarium. Look how tall those ceilings are. And we got some palm trees in Michigan. Pretty cool. And an aloe vera. Did you guys see that? Here's the aloe vera plant. Needs to be watered. But that's like a 45-year-old aloe vera plant. So we're done with the tour. Let me catch up on some of these. No, I did not grow up in this house. I moved in here in 2007. I grew up in a 4-bedroom colonial, which was a nice house. It was a good house, good size, probably 2,600 square feet. This is like 6,000, something like that. So it was still a nice house. 4 bedrooms, so I had my own room. My 2 sisters shared, and my brother had his own room. And then my dad, in the basement, made my brother a room, so then all of us had our own room. And then eventually I got the, whatchamacallit, basement room. So that's the tour. There we go. Let me catch up. I call it a basement. It's actually interesting how this house is built. It's built kind of on a hill. So you go down the hill and it's cut out. So it's like a lower level. Part of it would be considered a basement, like where that furnace room was. And then the rest is like walk out right into the yard. Whew, am I close with my siblings? It goes older brother, me, and two younger sisters. So the youngest, not so much. We're starting to get closer. The middle one, pretty close. She's so maternal, so sweet. I got to turn these lights off. But my brother, not really. We've gotten a little cordial. I won't really call it closer. He was kind of dismissive. I think I've told you guys that for a couple of years. He didn't talk to me because I was a silly little teenager and he didn't like it. I'm going to sit in the living room. Why not? But my little sister and I was always like doing my own grown-up sister stuff. So the two younger sisters were close. And then you think that's quite a bit bigger than the average American house. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, probably 1,000 to 1,800 is a decent house. But yeah, 1,600 maybe. So, well, I'll show you. Well, my townhouse is pretty large too. But yeah, we have family over in the Netherlands, and American houses can be quite big. But the average ones, this is probably 4 times as big as the average one, maybe something like that. So this is a large house, about 4 times bigger. Well, I didn't share mine. I can take you on a tour if you, what is it? Cynthia Schiller or Wonder Warriors? I think Cynthia Schiller. I taught English as a second language to Chinese people, and I take a tour of my house. What would be my perfect job? YouTubing. I love teaching. And that's what I'm doing. So I've done everything. I've been a fraudulent claims adjuster for State Farm Insurance, probation officer, juvenile probation officer, teacher, all different kinds of teaching. I taught criminal law at Grand Valley State, been a cheer coach, had my own, several businesses of my own. I like to kind of work for myself. JG, I'm going to start an OnlyFans. All the ladies on here will be able to get in and watch for free. My holiday present for you all. Are you paying the fee, girls? I'll split it with you. You paying the fee, JG? My 2 sisters are, my brother's not. So he moved away. Never been to Michigan. Well, you're going to come in July for my birthday, and we're all going to the beach. Oh, JG, your profile pic looks like a girl. That's from a movie. Yeah, JG, you need to put your real profile pic. Quit hiding behind some catfish picture. Catfishing us? Trying to make some friends? Do you think you could actually go as far as getting into TV and your own show? I would love to. I've done 3 minutes on, I did Hardcore Pawn. What else have I done? I've done some. I've done like acting and things like that. But Karen's Big Idea. You'll see that one. I did 2 episodes with them. We should do a reality show. The Hoover. We could all do it. I would love to. Horseman. Oh, that would be amazing. I did some cable type stuff, but maybe we could start out that way. JG, you got the cash? Yeah, Nathan wants to join in. Yeah, I'll do an OnlyFans where you can see my feet. I got cute feet. I have high arches. I got Barbie doll feet, so they're not polished, so I'm not showing you. They were polished, but I would be perfect. Cynthia, you have a lovely aura about you. Well, thank you. Yeah, if you look at some of these people who make it big, you're like, oh, I could so do that. And you're good at editing. So yeah, special effects and filters, that's all we need. I would love that. If that ever came to it. There's Lee Hammock, if you've seen him from, what is his, Lee Hammock. He's pretty big, but I was scrolling through things and he did a TV interview. I did my first podcast, which was such a nice thing that somebody reached out to me. So Dare to Know with the number 2, Dare to Know. There's a video of me. So feel free to check that out. You'll see me in my podcast. So I need to network a little bit. Oh, thank you, Samantha. Not today. I look like the Barbie that was stuck in the toy chest. At least my head's on. A lot of Barbies. Tell me, girls, have you had Barbies without their heads on? Because their heads pop off. But thank you. I do have Barbie feet though, so thank you, Samantha. And you are too. You sent me your picture. I know what Samantha looks like. I know what John looks like. The rest of you need to send me some pictures. Um, and JG profile pictures of Sean Penn from a movie. Only ladies on OnlyFans. Is that true though? Can guys do it? I don't even know if guys can. Free code to get in. What do you want me to do? First, before I do that and show you my socks, like, I can't show you my socks again until I see your profile picture. I'm a high value woman. I only show Christmas socks. Um, Thank you, Nathan. Horseman says, Cynthia, have you ever had anyone famous on your channel? Duh, me. I just started a year ago. And so I'm just starting. I've only been monetized for a few months, like 3 months or something. So just pretty new to it. I was invited by, like I said, that Dare to Know to do a podcast. I'm like, I need to do things like that too, to reach out to people. So eventually, I'm related to famous people. I just said that, my uncle won the Nobel Prize. My grandfather invented, what did grandpa invent? Like a kiln kind of oven that, there's a lot of invention. Also on my mother's side, I'm related to the Queen of Poland, Mary Radziwill. Like I said, my uncle is won the Nobel Prize, so he was the first Lithuanian to go over to Lithuania. He was the first Lithuanian to win a Nobel Prize, so he won. I'm all tongue-tied. Went to meet the president of Lithuania, and it's a female. So that was kind of cool. They did a whole ceremony for them. It was weird. They had like candles on their heads, like how we have Christmas carolers. They had kind of carolers that came into his hotel room with candles on their head. But yeah, who else is famous? My brother's a famous comedian, or a comedian, not super famous. Um, my uncle does movies. So yeah, there's some names out there. You just bought a Barbie for a 9-year-old neighbor for Christmas. Barbies were everything. Yeah, Barbies are so cool. And Sam, send one pic. JJ, I'm not showing any men your soldier. He's not at attention. Huh? Sam said, I don't know how OnlyFans work. Is it a two-way, like a two-way visual? Is it a two-way visual? We'll put it that way. Sam says, oh, thank you, Cynthia. And I really think you're sweet too. We're the same person. Well, I love the name Samantha too. JG says, your uncle is Barack Obama. Could be. Is he? He's left-handed. I just found that out. He's left-handed. The last out of the last 7, 4 of the presidents have been left-handed, and they were talking about because somebody asked a question. When people lie, they tend to look to the right, and there's all different ways that you look. And somebody asked a question: if somebody is left-handed, do they still look to the right, or do they look to the left? I just realized you were. Oh, sorry. This is kind of important about my mom. I don't usually do this. You guys are so patient. Thank you. So yeah, that was my sister saying that I wasn't on the group text, so she needed somebody. But I was trying to see before I just say, yeah, I really wanted to make sure because people with left hands are seen to have like a shorter life expectancy. They think it's due to accidents, but where do they access their brain on certain things? Because our narcissists, also too, this was interesting about left-handed people. Remind me guys to do this because it's so interesting. They have a higher incidence of mental illness. Now, mental illness can be caused by stress, and I was thinking maybe as they were growing up, they didn't quite fit in, they were stressed, maybe they were embarrassed or made fun of, and all those kind of things can lead to things, frustrations. Um, More of them are male, and just all these different things. Men also are told not to show their emotions, so increased frustration. But they said like schizophrenics, and I can't remember what else. But I do want to. Well, I wouldn't say famous, but fish sticks comedy, fish sticks comedy, and look for the tall dude. So that's my brother. He travels a lot, so I call him famous. It's like a B instead of a celebrity. So we'll put it that way. But Fish Sticks Comedy. They travel all over. So John says, your cousin does animation. My sister's an illustrator. My sister, I forgot about that. She's for children's books. Forgot about that. So yeah, John, that's fantastic. I have another cousin who works for Nickelodeon. But she works for them. She doesn't. But yeah, that's cool. The animation is fantastic. Lily's laughing at the soldier thing. Oh, she laughed at your little wee wee. Don't laugh at the soldier. You know better. JG says, nah, haha, I'm white. So there you go. Look at you guys. So Lily says, cool, John. I don't have anyone famous. That is cool that John has that. Thank you guys for those likes, helping with my algorithm. You dated a guy one time that dates Courtney Cox before Friends. Oh, that's interesting. I met Bob Probert. Does that count? From the Red Wings before he died. That's the other thing, too. I met Bob Probert, and he gives great advice. Don't move out till you're 23. I said, why? He's like, because I'm 23. He knew his life was messed up. But I went to a dinner, like they had a wild game dinner. And I met him. He came into the bar I was waitressing at, and he was with his like buddies or whatever. It was a buddy's restaurant, and they had this wild game thing where it was buffalo and I don't know, rattlesnake or some deep sea fish, like all this kind of food. And he's like, no, this is chicken, this is veal, this is this. And it was basically you ate chicken or fish. And they're saying it's like, iguana, whatever the heck it was. I don't even know which animals they said, but they were zebra, whatever they were saying, and it was all a lie. Like they scammed the people out of money. And but my friend started dating one of those guys, and Bob Probert, he had a girlfriend at that time, but they went, I think he was living in Detroit. He used to be on the Maple Leafs ice skating team, and then I can't remember exactly, but he skated in Detroit, and then he was going back and forth to Canada because he's Canadian. That's where he's from. He got caught at the border with cocaine in his underwear. So he's trying to pin that on my friend. And she's like, I don't even think she did it. She was a pot smoker, but I don't think she did cocaine. But he's like, what do you have to lose? And she's like, I have a 14-year-old son. And he's like, and he wanted her to go down for his drugs. I honestly don't think she did cocaine. I don't know. Sometimes people get caught up in that when they're dating. But yeah, he just felt he was so entitled because he was a famous, hockey player. So be careful with famous people too. And Nathan says, I'm fine. Thank you guys. Yeah, Lily says your mom comes first. I appreciate that. Normally, you try to be really polite, not do that, but it's kind of like this is something my sister's doing in the morning, so I kind of have to let her know that I'll be here. And yeah, I was supposed to be in Florida right now, guys, but JG says, I've got your Instagram. I'll send you a picture of me and my bathrobe. JG, you're so naughty. You little voyeur. Nathan says, say that 10 times fast. Fish sticks comedy, 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 fish sticks comedy. I did it. Challenge accepted. Challenge finalized. Yeah, it's got yeah, plus I need chapstick. My lips are so dry. Welcome to winter. But your cousin is well known in America. And as you mentioned, a boxer that beat him from your hometown. If anyone knows their boxing, you will know who I'm on about if you look at my second name, Hatton. Am I saying it right? Is that how you pronounce it? Hatton. Very, very cool. Wow. So we better watch our P's and Q's because Horseman's cousin can beat our butts. And that's great that all these things, it's kind of cool, the famous people that we know. I just watched something on Miley Cyrus too, how she was talking to her mom. There's that soldier, JG. She was talking to her mom. They were talking about breakup and her being single. And she was like, you know, Miley, you're like the biggest star out there. Of course, you'll find someone. And Miley's like, that's not why I want to find somebody. I want somebody like me for me, not necessarily my connections or my, talent or whatever. Sorry, I look so rough today, guys. Yeah, traveling nightmare. But yeah, so JG, you did. I responded to you too. I do have Instagram, TikTok. I don't exactly know. You guys got to help me grow because I don't exactly know this Instagram, TikTok stuff. How to make it like grow. Horseman says you would have to be a boxing fan. Ricky Hatton, probably never heard of him. I had a friend, her last name was Savage, and she was related to uh, Randy Savage, who was like a wrestler. So I don't really know too much about boxing. I did see some boxing last winter, pretty intense. And I dated a guy who was a boxer, kind of like lower string, but he ended up getting divorced. This is before I met him, but he was a boxer and had a stroke. So they fight like crazy. Have you ever seen them in person, Horseman? Your cousin. You sent a message 2 minutes ago. I haven't gotten that yet, JG. And I wonder what it is. GI Jane. Am I GI Jane tonight? But but yeah, as far as that lie detector or being able to tell if they're going to be able to change, try and change yourself and see. It's hard to do. And if we're hoping that our narcissist is just going to change. Also, a lot of us, we could change tonight. We can make that commitment tonight, whether it's quitting smoking or drinking or having every Saturday friend lunch. See how long it lasts. And that's something that you want to change. And we procrastinate, we postpone it until New Year's. That's a couple days away. Why not just do it tomorrow? Why do we have to wait for a big celebration? So our narcissist, they're going to procrastinate too. Like I said, procrastination is a response to stress. It can be stressful. What am I looking at? Am I going to have a nick fit? Am I going to have alcohol withdrawal? Am I going to be able to get a babysitter so I can maintain this friend lunch date? There's JG. You're so adorable. Lily says JG sent his picture, surfer dude. I know you kind of look like a surfer dude. I like surfer dudes. I don't normally get attracted to blondes unless they're surfer dudes. Is that weird? I don't know why that is. And sometimes too, it's like, where does this come from? Where do we get this idea of our? I know when I went through my psychological evaluation over when I had my custody battle, they were asking, and this is the thing, things are so sexist too, because I don't think they asked my ex, what's your ideal woman like? And they're talking about physical attributes, and I said, like, in my mind, it was like tall, and this is where it gets tricky, because he said, what does he look like? And I think I answered that question. I was early 20s, but you got to be careful of how people ask questions, because I'm being evaluated. And I had said, in my mind, like a tall, dark-haired guy in a suit. And I'm sure I probably got a couple strikes against me, because I was supposed to say, my ideal mate looks like kind, generous, a family man. But you use the word look like, and I take that as what they physically look like. And my ex wasn't like that. So it's not like I can't be with somebody else. And it was interesting that, you know, if they said, what would your ideal mate be like? I'd say kind. And sometimes, too, some of these evaluations, you wonder how accurate they are because people do have slip ups in the way they talk. I did a video today on the echoism where I said, Narcissist says, is anybody out there? Because that's what I would say. Anybody out there? And Echo replies back, here. And it's supposed to be Echo repeats the last word. So it's supposed to be, is anybody out here? And she repeats here because that's the last word. And I made a mistake in the video. So did he ask me the correct question? And then life is so fucked on how people communicate. Horseman says, yeah, I used to go to most of his fight. I bet the atmosphere was cool. It's probably like intoxicating, almost addicting with that kind of electric feel before you met the ex and got in put in solitary. You were put in solitary? Oh, she kind of, okay, yeah, because yeah, we stopped doing the things we enjoy because it's almost like we're put in solitary. Good way to put it, Horseman. And your social life ended. Is your cousin still boxing? I'm kind of thinking he's not still boxing, and that sucks if you can't go see him do that, because I bet that's an adrenaline rush, especially if you enjoy boxing. JG says it's Sean Penn as Jeff Spicoli, if that's how you pronounce it, from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Haha. JG, I'll send you a picture, Lily, of single. JG, we have to be appropriate. Oh, Lily says, can I give my email? Go for it, girl. Yeah, and thank you. That's polite of you to ask. That's polite of you to ask. Feel free to, but just be sure that, I do post these videos. But yeah, if you're open for it, I do what you guys want to do. So you're not on Instagram or Facebook, but yeah, we're starting to get to know each other and just treat each other with respect. That's all I ask. John says I only use YouTube, and Horseman says no, he's got a stable of fighters now and is based in Manchester, UK. Okay, so is he like a manager now? I don't know, a coach, manager, that type of thing. And yeah, I kind of want to stop doing Facebook. Facebook is kind of a pain in the butt. He's all over YouTube. Okay, I'll check him out. Nathan says that's great. So yeah, and what do you know how he's handled going from famous to kind of having to be more not actively participating? Because sometimes people crash after that, where they're not as famous anymore. They settle into life. They're used to that high adrenaline limelight type of thing, that sometimes it affects them mentally. You see that a lot of times with stars, and that's why, I don't know, do you think I should become a famous person? Then maybe I'll have some stressors. That would be cool, though. We should do that. Somehow we gotta break into that. That would be awesome. So I think what I'm doing is I'm trying to build it up a little bit more. Yeah. So yeah, Horseman, I kind of wondered about that. He went through drugs, drinking, and suicide attempt. Yeah, because it's almost like that's your identity. And once you're not, superstar fighter, it's like, who am I? Who am I? And also, it was probably easier to either get the girls or at least the attention. He probably had money to, buy popularity, in a sense, like, oh, the round's on me, everybody loves him, and then now people aren't talking to him. Money changes. You're going over to Cynthia. I'll be in the spare bedroom. LOL. Yeah, I have how many spare bedrooms? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's a 5-bedroom house, so I guess we could fit you in somewhere. You probably want the bunk bedroom. I broke my collarbone falling out of a bunk bed when I was growing up. Or you should tour and do live shows on Narcissistic. relationships. There you go. And welcome to the UK, where statistically, I'm in the US. Yeah, JG says don't put your email on here. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. Um, if you guys want, you can email me and ask me to forward it. Uh, so that might be a safer way. JG's protecting you. So that's really sweet, JG. Um, JG, that's awesome. So if you guys want to contact each other, mine's gabriellescostume@gmail.com, and I can forward to each other. You're going to have to put a picture so I know it's you, because other people just heard me say that, and I need to protect my people. With a 2-liter of Diet Coke. Yeah, you know me already. Horseman says he's a lot better now. He fought at the top level. He was a 2-time welterweight champion of the world, Cynthia. He lost to, oh, I know who Mayweather is. Mandy Pacquiao. Pacquiao? Pacquiao or Pacquiao. I might have seen the Manny also. I know Mayweather, though. Are most of us single except Samantha? Horseman says yes. Lily says, okay, I won't. I trust you all, but don't want spam. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, these are worldwide, so be careful. I have 1,600 viewers right now, but these videos I keep up, and you never know. So they don't really bother me, though. People, I post my email, and I don't really get crazy spam or anything. But like I said, for some reason, I couldn't log into my computer today. So Lily, yes, Lily, I think you're right. Lily says thanks. Yeah, you definitely don't want spam. JG says, Lily, who's your celebrity lookalike? Haha, what's your body type? JG's single, I'm assuming, or maybe maybe just adding to the collection. JG, are you single or adding to the collection? What's my my lookalike? Who do I look like? I should ask on a better day. This is definitely a casual day. Yeah, Lily, who's your? I can't see your profile good. Can't see. It's so little. No picture for Samantha. L. Bundy would be pissed. Horseman. Well, yeah, guys, we gotta update those. And some of us do like the anonymity. You know, that's okay. I understand that. Is Sam still here? Sammy, where are you, Sam? And Mahogany, are you still here? You're nice and quiet. Feel free to join in. Are you still here, Mahogany? I just see numbers. I can't see names. But feel free to interact. We got John here. Mahogany, I hope you're still here. And Sam, too. Sometimes you guys pop in and out, too. But anybody else who's here, feel free to join in. We just love talking. And there, good to see you, Mahogany. Feel free to join in. Barbara Streisand. Who looks like Barbara Streisand? Samantha's here. Cool. Am I Barbara Streisand? Is that what you're saying? From, where does she sing? I know she's in Yentl. Can't remember her famous songs. It's crazy. I'll take Barbie. I like Barbie better than Barbara Streisand. I don't know who made more money. You know, Barbie's just a doll. So yes, okay, cool. That's fine. I can't remember what she used to sing. I used to listen to her quite a bit, just because I think she was one of my mom's favorite ones. You know, but so happy Hanukkah to Barbara Streisand. I think she's Jewish. I'm not, but yeah, we got that. I don't know. I'm usually really good at the dates for Hanukkah. I grew up in a Jewish neighborhood, but it's kind of cool seeing different way people live. You get to understand a couple different things. And then also we had a lot of Arabic people moved into our town. So a lot of cultural things that you learn. Lily says, weird, but I've been told once I look like Cher, but I'm blonde. And neighbor said I remind her of Sarah Jessica Parker. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's a little different. Huh. So, yeah, there's some doppelgangers out there, people who we look just like. And I always find that interesting because I used to travel a lot. And then you go to different cities and you're like, I know that person. You're like, there's no way. It's the first time I'm in this city and it's like states and states away. There's a lot of people that look like other people. When I was growing up too, there was a girl at my school who looked so much like me. We're both super tall. And of course, we were on the same um, softball team, so we even had the same uniforms. You had a question to ask. Our American football tops that you get there in the USA, how much are they? Anyone know? Example, a Raiders top. I'm guessing maybe $80. I don't know. How much are our football jerseys? Maybe 120, 80 to 120. JG says, Sarah Jessica Parker, I'll send you a picture for sure then. And Sam says, yeah, guys, I don't really shop for that. My guess is 80 to 120, but I won't even doubt it at 240 if you're talking super authentic. Horse ma'am. And then eBay. eBay is probably your best bet. You'll probably get a lot cheaper on eBay. That's my suggestion. Sam says, I'd like to see Nathan, though. He sounds like such a sweet guy. Also so sweet to me. Nathan does sound super sweet. Yeah, definitely. John's real sweet, too. And we got JG in the Army with his soldier. And we do have a great group here. Lily says, haha. And Lily says we should all put our pics on profile one night. I think that would be an amazing New Year's celebration where we all see what each other looks like. And you could change it back just for the party if you guys want. Because I know some of us don't want to keep it out there, but be proud of yourselves, And it takes a little bit of effort too. So that's okay. But Lily, that's a great idea. And let me know how many of you are planning on joining that New Year's party. Maybe you'll get to meet Mom. Maybe I'll force her to do the countdown with us because she'll be here. And I wonder what happened. What time is it? It's making me nervous on why I was just with my mom. And I don't know what stimulated my sister to say, we're just taking her out of there. So kind of got that on my mind right now. But, so who's planning on being here? Horseman. Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to log in at like 11:15. Like I said, if my mom's here, we'll probably pop up and do the countdown with her. If that's okay. She's probably, I don't know if she'll be on camera. She's a little shy, but maybe I'll force her to. I did some videos. My grandfather's famous, talking about famous people. I'm famous in China. Like, I'm super famous in China. People know who I am in China. They don't know who I am in America. I've done videos. I'm on billboards, flyers. I was on a kiosk, it's almost like a TV screen where I did a lot for Q Kids. And I represented that company. I forgot I'm famous. But yeah, I did a commercial where it was on actual Chinese television. So I guess I forgot I'm famous. I have some flyers. It's on my Facebook. You can see some of the stuff. Woju. I'm trying to remember my Chinese that I did. But my mom, what did she do for a living? My mom is from the Netherlands, came over here when she was like 11 or 9, 11. Didn't know any English, and she graduated at 14. She's super smart. She was able to test out all this stuff by learning the English language with it. Like, it's fascinating. My mom is extremely smart. Both my parents are. And so she graduated at age 14 and went on to college. She was a teacher. She wanted to be a doctor. But because of the English language barrier, she was kind of told not to. And Horseman asked what Lily is probably going to join us. Probably only go to dinner early with the neighbor. Yeah, join in. And Calibri is here. Good to have you back. So we were just talking, and I got asked about my mom. So she was from the Netherlands, graduated early, went on to teach when she got pregnant, and she was married, got pregnant, and it wasn't ethical at that time to teach and be pregnant. And then she went on to nursing and respiratory therapy because her heart was just into medicine. And I've never been to the Netherlands. I want to. My sister has. The only countries I've been to is I'm from the US, Canada, and I've been to China. I won a trip out to China for a month and a half. I was like the top teacher out there during this competition. So that's why I was able to become famous over there doing the billboards and all that the commercials and all that stuff. So John says hi to Calibri. You've been there several times. I would love to go there. I would love to go there. We also had 3 French exchange students. Some boys got to stay with us. They were 19, but they were still. Yes, I was a seamstress. My mom was a quilter. I've done minor league, professional cheer outfits, full dance recitals, costumes, 3-piece outfits. I've done for like karate, kung fu, jujitsu type movie, cable movie series. I did their costumes. And like for commercials and things like that. So yeah, I've sold worldwide. I went down to that's where you get the Gabrielle's costumes, Gabby or Gabrielle, because I was in a play where I was Gabriella, and it was like the archangel over everybody. So I just added the A. So I'm Gabrielle, or took away the A. I was Gabriella in the play, and everybody just kept calling me that. So I just, oh, Netherlands, food wise. Yeah, there's some recipes where I can make you guys some bami, nasi goreng. They have limonada, hachel, which is like chocolate sprinkles that you, it's really good. You take bread, butter, and hachel. Vlak means flakes. Amsterdam most times. The thing is, though, over in Holland, they make pastries, kind of like our hash brownies, where they put pot or whatever in the uh, brownies. They have pastries, and the exchange students were telling me, yeah, people like love the pastries, and they're like, we want more, and they don't realize that that they're having like pot pastries. Amsterdam, that's where I'd like to go. They had the red light district over in Holland. My sister went there, brought home this little village type um, statues or whatever, and it was on like a napkin holder. It was like a statue type thing, and it was a red light district. She didn't know. She just thought it was like buildings, and in the windows you could see like prostitutes, and then somebody else was like smoking down, and she didn't know. It was so minute, and my grandpa just started laughing. She gave it to him as a gift. So thank you, Lily. Calibri says, love the herring stands during the summer. My mom, yeah, she loves herring. It's so gross. Yeah, she loves that. Herring and that like cream base type stuff. Yeah, that used to be in our fridge all the time. So gross. I'm glad you like that though. Yeah, it's like a cream base. Is that how you like it, Calibri, with the white sauce or whatever you want to call it? JG says, people say you look like Brad Pitt. There you go. Well, definitely why you're using somebody else's picture. Put your own picture up there. Horseman, that sounds quite nice. I'm hungry. Lily Brad, he's okay. LOL. JG Sarah, Jessica Parker, huh? Carrie Bradshaw. Oh my goodness, this is not the dating app. But it's fun to get to know each other. So Kalibi says yes, and great fish and chips, real French fries. Kalibi, do you like vinegar or mayonnaise on your French fries? Because they don't really use ketchup. Grandpa used to like mayonnaise. And then sometimes too, they do the vinegar too. But tell me, Kalibi. And what'd you go there for? Was it just to visit our family or in the service? Lily, you're getting off track, LOL. Juices are flowing. Yes, getting off track. Horseman, my cooking skills are not quite Gordon Ramsay, but I can just about cook toast with jam. Kalibi likes both vinegar and mayonnaise. So Narcissist, we got to get back on topic. Vinegar and mayonnaise. And so we'll do it this way. With people worldwide, are they as narcissistic? And a cruise that started in Amsterdam, that would be amazing. Because there is a whole world out there. And in America, like, yeah, Americans are a lot more entitled. Also with that Brittany Griner, how she did bring pot, marijuana, whatever, into a different country. And she did break the rules. It does seem excessive to us, but that's what the rules are. And I heard President Biden saying how she was wrongfully charged. And technically, she wasn't. And, it sucks what happened, but technically she wasn't wrongly charged. It might be a harsh sentence. I don't know what their sentence normally is, but John says, I've encountered more than one narcissistic person. And yeah, there's a high level of narcissism. Samantha says, I like all that on my fries. Delicious stuff. Lily says, let's go on a 3-day cruise. Would be so great. We just got to do it so it's a tax deduction where I can do like a convention. Horseman says, LOL, Sam, I'll stretch as far as an apple dessert. You're so romantic. There you go. So foolish to do that in Russia, but glad she's released. Yeah. And yeah, it is kind of a harsh sentence. It is. And she did say she was treated fairly well. She cut her dreads supposedly because it was so cold. And when she washed her hair, like my hair takes hours to dry if I don't air dry it. That can be like 4 hours sometimes. But when you got those dreads, that's got to hold on to the water, and her dreads would freeze. So it kept her cold. So supposedly that's why they were cut. But, all the different entitlements. What do you guys think about Andrew Tate? He's very interesting. He has 7 passports. And he said, during the lockdowns, like with COVID, things like that, he's like, I don't care. I just used a different passport. And how he got around that is he did his genealogy, ancestry, and he found people he was related to in different countries and was able to tie it back to where he could get passport in that country. So he's like, if it said that U.S. people couldn't travel, he would use a different passport. And he's, I don't know, he's sometimes, I don't know how to pronounce it. Novichok for dessert in Russia. No, Novichok. And if that was Spanish, that would mean no-go chocolate. So, but if you've ever listened to the Tates, like sometimes it makes sense and other times it's like, I don't know. Very interesting. JG says, I know a skateboarder that's very narcissistic. He refers to himself as daddy sometimes. Haha. Weird. Old acquaintance. Yeah. And sometimes too, they'll even name themselves. Which is interesting. I talked to you about my narcissistic neighbor, and he changed the Facebook. How it has your name. He changed it to Daddy. And I'm like, I'm not calling you Daddy. But yeah, every time it pops up, it says Daddy. Isn't that interesting? Kind of coincidental. It's almost like they think it's like a subliminal message. Or for your skateboarder, he just wanted to be seen in that way. Yeah, they do certain things. Sometimes, too, you can pick up on people's nicknames on, what they think of themselves. Facebook guy might be a joke. If you're talking about my person, he wants to date me. He wants me to call him daddy. Like, that ain't no joke. But he knows he's not going to, but he still pouts about it. And yeah, he tried. He's finally got a girlfriend. But he tried forever. Even had his parents trying to tell me I should date him. Horseman, Russia seems to have a habit of spiking people's food in our country. Sushi restaurants. I'm not quite sure what that means. I don't know what that means, Horseman. John says, I know someone whose name is Lynx. Yeah, that can tell you. Thank you for sharing that. Lily says, daddy, haha. JG, a lot of narcissism in skateboarding. Huh. Like cutthroat type stuff, or they're just cocky and think they're the shit. Yeah, sometimes it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. JG says, Daddy needs some new shoes. There you go. You're so silly. You and your feet. What do your feet look like, JG? And why do you like feet? There's something in your childhood that makes you like feet. Did you feel, I don't know, special when you got new shoes, or jealous when a girl got new shoes, or did your mom have pretty shoes? And I'm not being sarcastic or mean. It's like a serious question. Um, Certain things we like, where does that come from? I know certain part of my personality is just different things that I watched on TV. So Lily says, what size? And Horseman Daddy, LOL, can I have my pocket money, all 10,000 of it? Oh, pocket money, 10,000. There you go. I thought I was a famous one. Oh, got 1,600. Did I say 16,000? I'm overconfident. Al Bundy would be pissed. So it was a joke. Dang it. I was about to let you take me shopping. JG, I don't like feet. The guy that asked you about the socks originally was not me. Oh, you asked out of humor. Who was it? Who was it that asked first? I can't remember. I thought it was you. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I thought it was you. That nobody complimented me on my feet. Those were my Christmas gift from the school socks. And yeah. And ladies, can you comment, like the fabric that they make Christmas socks out of? Why do they have to be so different? They're hot and uncomfortable. I don't like them. JG says I don't like feet. The guy that asked what you was about the socks originally was not. Okay. John's got to show off his feet. My favorite poem is Footprints. Sam says, good night all. I'm going to go get the kids to bed. Late night for Christmas vacation. Love it. Sleep well and enjoy those little kitties. Thanks for joining in, Sam. JG says some random dude popped in and asked you if you were wearing socks. Don't you just love it? Thank you, JG, for correcting me. Lily says, bye, Samantha. Calibri says, this time I didn't find any weird Christmas gift from the narcs down the hall. I guess they saw me throw them out the garbage. Ooh, uh-oh. And Lily's confirming random dude. Yep. JG, later, Samantha. Bye, Sammy from Horseman. Definitely sleep well, and glad to hear you're doing good. So, JG, what socks have you got on? John says, see you later, Sam. Mahogany, were you here when they were asking what socks I was wearing? Crazy, crazy. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to actually sign off because I should call my sister before it gets too late to see what's going on with my mom. I have a feeling mom's coming home tomorrow. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Sleep well, and thanks for joining in. Big hugs to you guys. See you next time. And I don't know how to sign out. Thanks again. Bye.